Who's ready to build a printer? I know I'm not, but we're gonna give it a shot anyway. I really at this point, that's probably far from the truth. I'm probably quite qualified at this point until I get my hair cut and my hair torn off. But no, that's not gonna happen. So today's plan is crazy. I guess you can see some of yeah, you can see today's plan, some of today's plan. So that's not the big part of today. You know, we'll look at this, and we'll see what's going on here. Okay, I thought something was missing, and we'll see. But yeah, the big thing is today, the 2.4 is going to get disassembled. Not, well, yeah, mostly disassembled. It'll be down to a cube of 2020 aluminum, a few other pieces of 2020 aluminum, 4 pieces of 2020, and a bunch of motors and things of the likes. Electronics, it's all out of there. So that's the big plan. We're gonna pull this thing apart. That thing, you can't see that thing. It's there though, trust me. This is the first Voron I ever built. Hey, squirrel brain. This is the first Voron I ever built. So this is where this all started. We're basically doing a R2 upgrade. Well, not really. We're doing an R2 upgrade / full rebuild with new features. So I really like my Trident. It's printing something right now. Story for later. I really like the Trident. I really like how accessible everything is. If I had to say bad things about the 2.4, I have bad things to say about it. And you know, some of it's the printer's fault, some of it's my fault, some of it's the supplier's fault. But yes, the 2.4, the first thing it started to do when I put it into service was completely melt the acrylic panel underneath, and I had to insulate all that away from that. So right now I'm not really worried about that, but I do have a melted acrylic panel that I really want to replace, but we're gonna see what happens there. The other thing I have is two, what are they, N80 pneumatic or N80 piston type things. It's like the type of thing you'd put in like overhead things on a camper or something like that, where when you wanted to lift them up, they'd stay up, but when you push them down, they stay down too. I'm gonna be building that into the whole bed. There's a mod out there that I've looked at. I like some of the ideas from it. I really like some of the ideas from it. I'm going to use some of that. The other change I'm going to do, I'm going to change the way the whole front mechanism works and the way it's lifted up. And so that's going to be one of the big things I do here is we're going to fully invert the electronics again and basically make it really accessible inside there. It's going to be more difficult because, because the bed. the bed needs to be down solid. And what I'm really thinking of when I'm picturing this is that when you pull the bed down on the printer, there's some type of latch at the front, probably printed, which will basically pull it down hard against the other aluminum so that, you know, it's solid. It doesn't move. Exactly. There's actually, I think it might be called the car boot mod that I'm looking at. I can't remember. I remember the guy, like, I've got some updated hinges going on this. Oh, I might as well show everything off at this point. Yeah, so here's all the stuff. Right now I've got some updated hinges going on this. These will make the doors lift off as opposed to just the 270 doors I have on the 270 degree doors that I have on the Trident. They are 270 degree doors as well, so I'll be able to either put them around the side or lift them off completely if I want. So that'll be nice. I really like that idea. We've got a bag of, and it's a big bag of filament hinges. Not filament hinges, filament, you know, where's one? I got one. Here's one of these things. But I've done them in, of course, multiple colors like this. That's what I'm gonna use to hold on all the panels. So there's 3 or 4 things that still need to be printed in black, which we're not gonna get to for like a long time. So I'm not worried about that. And that's basically the stuff that holds on the back panel. I'm gonna reprint that in black. Normally, the rams don't have pressure when fully compressed. Yeah, the idea here is that it doesn't have pressure when it's fully compressed, but when you get it up to the top, it holds it up. And basically the back of the bed will be on hinges. Yeah. Again, it might be sketchy. I don't know. That's our target. We'll see how we do getting there. So yeah, the rest of the parts here. You know, it's just basically your standard afterburner. I'm not changing the print head. I'm not doing anything like that. There's no upgrades there. This is a complete shift over to Voron printed plastic. Yeah, I hope it works. I really hope it does. It will be cool. I don't want it to auto do that. I just want something to hold it up so that it doesn't, so you can work in there. So yeah, all of this is cloud gray, sparkle, Sparta sparkle, and then the fluorescent red Sparta sparkle. So no changes other than some ease of use changes, and you're gonna see why. That's the bad part. Okay, so the problem I've already created is I need to heat up that hot end. I left plastic in it. What's going on? Clippy's not ready. Clippy ready now. So yeah, few hours of printing. Yeah, I'm. What else do I need to print in black? I keep on thinking I should start standardizing the, like, you know, that I should start working towards standardizing all of this to black. But the more I imagine, like, all the pieces on the back, especially this, if it was all black, you know, you could easily swap between printers. That's sort of my thought and what I was thinking I would go towards. But yeah, that's a big jump to make, especially when you know what it looks like when it's all, yeah. Okay, so this is the plastic. It all printed pretty nice. There were a few bad prints. I had the original print of this did not come out really well. Something happened around the edge. My guess is it lifted, like some imperceivable amount, because there's no way it sagged. But yeah, I'd almost say that the Sparta Sparkle printed better than the Polymaker. But a very, very, very small amount. All of the red was printed on the 2.4, and all of the cloud gray was printed on the Trident. So that's sort of where we're at right now. We got a bunch of plastic. I got a printer. It's right now still together, and doesn't need to be. Unload that filament. Shut it down for a while. Too bad I don't have a camera over here. Okay. So I need to basically, wrong. I need to put this all somewhere. I have a box, a parts box. I'm thinking maybe being a little more organized than just putting it somewhere. I'll just throw all the frame stuff, all the, not frame, skirt. That's the words I'm looking for. Stuff in one bag. Out of the way, as it will not be needed for a while. Now I don't know what to do with all of the 2.4 parts that I'm going to be, you know, basically disposing of. It's like an entire set of plastic for the 2.4. Oops. So on other fronts, I posted to the Discord. I posted a picture of all the parts and all the pieces that are going to go into the Trident. I also posted this, so yeah, I know this isn't new to everybody. It's new to some. Again, the crazy stuff for this build isn't coming for a while. I don't think I'm getting to the, where'd that go? I know there was two. Maybe there was only one. No, I must have hit it with my leg. Let's point that towards this side. Okay. And one more bag of plastic, because, yeah, that's the thing. This is basically the amount of plastic I'll be removing from it as well. And I wish there was something I could do with that. I was looking at a filament machine where I could basically separate the colors, chop up the plastic, and run it through the machine to make my own, filament. So yeah, this should probably go in here. So that's what we got. That's what we got. We're gonna try to put that in a box. You going box that way? No, you don't go box that way. And then we're gonna bring the big printer out. And I am going to hurt myself lifting it onto the table. And that will be the new channel trailer. No, that's not gonna happen. I really hope that's not gonna happen. Okay, here we go. Oh. Unplug it. That's a good trick. Okay. Yeah. Like, how? Wow. Yeah, that's a heavy beast. Ugh. So there we go. That's it. That's the 1500 hour 2.4. And that's as far as the doors open, because it's a normal 2.4 with normal doors. It's got bits of plastic all over the place, of course. as any printer should. Unless it's like a closet printer that never gets used. Poor closet printers. So there we go. Where to start? Okay, later, Squirrel Brain. Thanks for joining us. Where to start here? I'm thinking the first thing for me to do here is to pop off all the panels. Now, I have, and I don't know how to give it back to the community, but I've changed the shape of the hinges. So the hinges that are on this are going to be different after the rebuild. Wow, that table looks so funny with nothing on it. Was that there the whole time? Wow. That's crazy. I found a screwdriver. So yeah, this thing's been sitting on a table. It's an IKEA lac table. It's actually two IKEA lac tables attached together. So it's the top and bottom with the 4 posts, and then I took some. I think that the legs are called Allen, because or the wheels. So there's these little the crappiest wheels you can think of. That's what's on there. They're terrible for going over anything. They don't move when you want them to. And of course, what you would think is immediately, well, that would be a bad thing to put a printer on. And I would agree 100%. But hey, Bert. Yeah, I'm back. Back from vacation last week. I got a stream in on, when did I get a stream in on? I think it was Saturday? It was an Enraged Rabbit Carrot Feeder stream. So yeah, it was an Enraged Rabbit Carrot Feeder stream. Which means no progress, really. But now I'm back to completely disassemble the good old 2.4. Disassemble it into nothing. No, not quite. Not quite. Disassemble it down to the frame and its parts. I probably won't even take things like the backers off and the rails aren't coming off. I'm not changing this to a MGN 12. None of that's happening. I'm staying with the dual MGN 9s. It's been an awesome printer for me. That's not what I'm changing. I'm changing all the plastic. And I'm also going to change. Where my screwdriver? Where my screwdriver? I'm going to change the way the bed and the electronics are all mounted. Because, I gotta change something. Something must change. Oh, and I got the print bed for the Legacy in today. Yay! Not just the flex plate. The print bed should have been here, I would have said by Friday, but the people I bought it from, and I'm wondering, I don't know about them yet. If it's good, I'll drop a name. But basically, I ordered it, you know, it's $170 order with everything included. And, you know, by the time I get it, it's over $200 for the bed for a legacy printer. Now, I'm going to admit, that bed has embedded magnets. It's a really nice, solid chunk of aluminum. So I'm really happy with what it's going to be. So, you know, that's one thing. So I can't really complain about the message I got from them the next day, which said, yeah, we're out of town, won't be able to ship this for 2 days. I'm like, I paid for 2-day shipping. But whatever, like I said, I'm not really worried. Not worried about that at all. Why am I taking these off? Who said I needed to take these off? You know what I'm really worried about? All this. This should have never been on here. It should have never been on there at all. The other thing I'm worried about is I haven't been able to find any. That's all I have left. I'm gonna have a problem there. I don't think I can take it off here and put it on. Wow, this thing's gonna look so naked. I'm gonna take the back off. I think that will be the most shocking thing, is once there's no back on it at all. Just a featherweight, this thing. Yeah, it's an embedded mag bed where there's like, I don't know, maybe 16 round magnets embedded in the back of the bed. What am I seeing here? That's not going to come off of this. Maybe I shouldn't take this off. Maybe the rest of that taken off needs to wait for a bit. Maybe there's something else I need to take off first. So I guess I should find something to put all the screws in. Don't think there's any reason to use brand new screws for the whole thing. No, it's not like I don't have them. It's like that would be silly. Okay, there we go. Something showed up from AliExpress the other day. Eat some T-nuts. There's hundreds and hundreds of them. Sorry. I did the same for brass inserts. I was just tired of reordering and reordering. So, yeah. Now that I have the, oh, what parts are left? Okay, so what do I have left? The motors, like everything's ordered and on the way. I got a shipping notification from Spool 3D about the lead screw motors. And it's amazing. Like that cost me, because that other company just went, oh yeah, well, we took your order, and you know, I'm blown away at how much more it cost me. That was a $44 order for 2 motors with lead screws, and now it's cost me over $120. Do I need a new hobby? But yeah, it's, I guess really it's no big deal. At least I keep myself busy. Okay, I think those are, oh no, there's a couple of things left. I'm going to have to make sure that I take all the screws out of all the plastic. I have a box to put all the plastic. That's good. There we go. I got a piece of plastic off the door. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what happened there. Okay, this is going to be where plastic goes. Now, I feel as though, because of the way I print and where I print, and I feel like I'm going to change up a few things when it comes to this as well. I'm going to make a plug, not a plug, but a cover for the one on the other printer. No air passes through there. And I don't really print like, oh, I might use that again. It's just the perfect shape. Hey, Zex. Yeah, and I don't really print, like it's all ABS, it's all enclosed. You know, like I have a print going right now. I'll get to it and when it's done type mentality. So it's not like I've got, you know, fumes or whatever to worry about when it comes to that. Okay, wow, that's in there good. back plug mod. Remove the back fan. And it was nevermore. Yeah, see, I'm afraid of that. I'm absolutely terrified of using that because of acid washed carbon. But unless, you know, if the carbon's easily accessible to you, yeah, I think it's a great idea. If you're not sure what you're gonna get, unless you import it specifically, I don't know. So that's my fear. It's more of because I'd have to import it to get a consistent thing. Okay, what's going on? Nothing. And the thing's weak. And there we go. I'm a 2.4. That's it. No more sides. And I really hope there's something done about this, or I was an idiot and maybe I did this wrong. I don't know. That just always seemed weird to me. But again, very easily could be I am an idiot and I did it wrong. Yeah, so yeah, it's definitely a possibility. I think I'll put it on the Trident first if I do it. It looks like it's a real nice challenge to build. The other one, of course, is Rebreather. I might try Rebreather on one and Nevermore on the other. Okay, maybe I should pop these off. That'll let me drop it on the back. Well, that thing's a piece of crap. Okay, I can understand why you can't unscrew the screw with the thing blocking it. So yeah, basically I'm going to have all the plastic for another 2.4. You know, the funny thing is, I actually already have all the extrusions for another 2.4. I just don't have a bed and a heater or a need. I don't have a need for another 2.4. I don't have a need. I need a board. You don't need another Voron. You don't need another Voron. I'm just like, I gotta go do lines. Different notice in the smell. Yeah, oh yeah. Chamber temperature is definitely something you're gonna find is different when you've got a fan in there moving the air around. Because yeah, you know, it takes a while for even the air, the non-moving air, to move the heat away from that hot end. I mean, from around the body of the bed. The funny thing is, though, with most of my printers, I do find that I get most of my heat from the hot end. Canova printer, the bed for the 250. Yeah, that's what I ended up buying as a Canova. Kinovo. That's what I got for the. I just disappear and pop up with a heat bed. So that's what's going on the Legacy. That's a 200 millimeter by 200 millimeter, something like that. It's whatever you put on an ender, because it's the same size bed. More plastic, go bye-bye. This, there's never been anything pushed through it. Oh. I need all the screws. So I'm looking for, just say I have a spare bed if you want Ender 3 sized. Well, the Ender 3, the Legacy is an Ender 3 sized bed, but the bed I have, but yeah, no, I wouldn't want one for a unit like this. Okay, I guess I can take 2 more pieces off here on the other side. I haven't gone away, I'm right here. Hiding myself away. So these are, oh, there's 2 on the top and that thing as well. Okay, so there's a few more things to take off. My screwdriver's already dead. Sorry, not supposed to squeak like that. All those hinges, all gone. So what, so I got what here, 8 millimeter screws, what, and then, what, 12s? I can't remember what Voron's, because there are standards they stick to. They don't just use any screw. There's a subset of screws they have chosen to use in the printers. Which means if I'm just building these, I'm going overboard. But yeah, the thing that I'm going to be building after all the Vorons are done, is I'm looking at, I shouldn't say I am going to be building, I'm looking at building. I have all the stuff to build, is the Mercury 1.1. I'd have to order another bed because I wouldn't want the one that was on it. And of course, yeah. But yeah, the Mercury 1.1 is what I'm thinking of looking at building. G0 or the 0G, sorry, not the G0, because that's probably some other brand name or something. I don't know. Okay. Now, I might have been putting it off But now you're gonna get to see what I'm gonna say that this is actually like the third iteration of the wiring job in this thing. When you're doing that and not completely redoing it, things don't generally go from bad to better. They go from bad to worse and more worse and more worse. So everybody's seen my wiring and my printers. You know, you've seen this, the inside of the Trident, the switch wires, both of them, just immaculate wiring. I'm embarrassed to say that this is not like that. I have done bad things in here. That sounded worse than than intended, but everything falling off it. What was that? I don't like that. Oh my! Lots of stuff falling off it. Oh my god! Oh my goodness! Oh my gosh! Oh. Okay, it's not that bad. Okay, it is that bad. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. I'm really glad this is happening. So I'm gonna clean all this off. All the everything will be rolling T-nuts on this. No more hammer nuts. Okay, here goes nothing. Oh. I can't get I can't get it all in scope. I just can't get it all in scope. But that's what it is. It's not good. There's, you know, some of the wiring's okay. The original wiring is the problem. I made some mistakes thinking that I could make it clean by doing this with all the steppers coming in to this block array and then it having everything here. So that in itself is clean, but then you got these wires here. Where are they supposed to go? You know, what are we doing here? All this, you know, I was dumb enough to cut these ones. So yeah, there's a huge lack of wire routing. There was a huge lack of knowledge, I would say, when I did all this. And, you know, it suffered from it. what's going on here? It's like, no, I'm not giving up that. You'll need a proper screwdriver. Yeah, it didn't really suffer any catastrophic problems because of my decisions in that sense. But definitely harder to work on. Definitely harder to work on. So that's what we're gonna be trying to avoid, is making things more difficult on ourselves. I hate having to flip this thing upside down to work on it. That's the number one thing I want to fix. The wiring is way too short in most cases. That's the number two thing I want to fix. I wouldn't have dared. Well, I guess I did dare. You can see it, to do that much crimping and stuff back when I built this. That would have been a nightmare for me. It was a nightmare. I had terrible tools for crimping. So, you know, who wanted to do it? Here we go. So yeah, this is definitely not, whoops, not my ideal wiring job for a printer in any way, shape, or form. We're gonna get there though. Everything past this point, I would consider to be a really you know, a better organization, better layout, better planning, everything. There was no planning in this. This just happened. So that's what I'm gonna do in here. There's a roller mod. Oh, I'm not gonna need that. Okay, so the plan. So what the plan is here is to invert the electronics again, like I did with the the Trident. But you're thinking immediately that that's probably not gonna work. But I've got hinges for 2020 extrusions. So what that means is I'm going to be able to hinge the whole bed and have the whole bed come up. Now, the caveat there, of course, is that the actual gantry will need to be all the way to the top and pulled out to the front. But I'll be able to undo a clamp and lift the entire bed, and it'll sit up. And then my electronics will be underneath that. I may have to pick up the panel. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the panel. I think I might be doing roughly the same thing that I did with the Trident, is making clips to the panel to sit on it. I will, of course, make some better way to get the panel up other than what I did with the Trident. Still got to do that on the Trident. And that's sort of how I'm going to try to set this up. So it's basically completely what am I going to do with that? What am I going to do with that? So that it's completely accessible just by opening the doors, lifting them off if I need, and doing whatever I need underneath the thing. There'll be pneumatic I don't know what you call them, pneumatic pistons. Like the thing on the back door of a hatchback or something like that. It'll hold it open. And hold it closed, really. But there will still need to be some type of system to clamp it properly. I don't know. I should probably just get a screwdriver and see if that'll work. Get the LTT screwdriver. Like, I'm not buying that thing for that price. I guess it is a ratchet screwdriver. But again, I don't care. I have a ratchet screwdriver. It doesn't work too well. I don't know where that went. It's red. Did you see which way it went? Lovely. Okay, so here's the power supply for the 2.4. That one? Yeah, that one. I'll probably get rid of those screws. I have new replacement screws. That sounds ridiculous, but it's true. I'll buy screws specifically for holding. No, that's not really what it is. What I found was all the kits were coming with Phillips head self-tapping screws. And there's nothing I despise more than Phillips screwdriver heads. The newer ones are okay. They have a system to lock, so it's easier. It doesn't pop out as easy. It doesn't strip as easy, but not a fan. Well, nice cough to go with my Red Bull. So bit by bit, we're going to pull this all apart. We'll be down to just the frame, and then we'll start worrying about cleaning off the foam. We'll see how that goes. That could be an absolute nightmare. I don't know. We'll deal with that when we get to it. Got some Wago connectors. Well, that's handy. I'm not just going to have them sitting in the pile of wires next time. I'm going to print some Wago holders. I also have 3 connector Wagos that I'm going to use because I want to split the power right away I might, I don't know, might use these, but it's hard to say. We haven't got there yet. So, what do we got here? I got some temperature sensor. And we've got a Z sensor. What is this? Oh, that's another temperature sensor, and so is that. Okay, so I should have everything out from the bed. Something is persisting. Well, oh, that doesn't belong there. Okay, we got everything out from the bed. That's good. So there is a temperature sensor. It's just generic, cheap temperature sensors. I've never had a problem with them. They work just fine for chamber temperature too. I don't know how accurate they are, but I've never put a thermometer. I guess I did have a thermometer in there. The battery just kept on dying. Okay. What is this? Oh, that's power for that's Pi power. It was also supposed to be Pi data, but I couldn't get UART working. I will get UART working this time. There's something. I think what I'm going to end up doing with all these wires for the steppers down here is basically just creating a little jumper with a plug that I know I can swap out any time on the end of them. Okay, getting to it here. Basically, the 2.4 is no longer functional. So again, with the redo, to get everything organized down here, I'm going to print some more wire channels and things along that lines. This is all going. There's going to be no need for any of this. I don't like it. I just don't. It was dumb. It didn't solve a problem. It just moved a problem from one place to another. And when you had to do changes, it just got worse, worse, worse. So yeah. Don't even know what this is. It says Y. I would guess that's the Y end stop. There we go. Now I know all this stuff is probably just fine, but it's not going to fit the aesthetic. If I'm redoing all of that, I may as well redo these pieces as well. There's not many of them. That's it. So that's my sad electronics mess that I have been afraid to deal with. My printer embarrassment. It functioned for a long time though. I never had any under the hood problems with this printer at all. The problems with this printer have come about due to the type of wires everything had. They say they were the right wires. If you look at them, they're the right wires, but I don't know. They didn't work. They started breaking at around 1,300 hours. Well, no, I had wires break before that, but consistently, I had the X probe wire go, had the Y probe wire go, wire probe or sensor. It's all sensors on this one for X and Y. And it just went from there, basically. And now a lot of the wires in that whole part of that bundle, and even in the other bundle when the Z probe wiring went. Wow. So yeah, there's repair jobs in the wiring bundles. Yeah, it is what it is. And there's the octopus. So yeah, it's going to be kind of nice to be able to just put this back together and it'll all work because all the boards are all ready to go. It has all the software. There's no clipper config to do. I don't know how to get those off. I actually don't care. Where's that? I guess some of these are empty. I had plans, I guess. But again, I'm gonna try to take this to the next level past the Trident when it comes to the wiring, because even the Trident, there's places that can be improved. I'm also going to make some buttons for it. But that'll come after. I've already done the lighting. The lighting strips are already printed. They'll go in on the original install. I'm so glad they changed the design of this. For me, it was just an LCD that swung from the front of the printer. So I did discover something during this vacation. I need to take more vacations. Normally, my vacation would have been staying home and streaming twice as often as I normally stream. And that's not good. And you know, all in all, BC was awesome. It was a lot of fun. I say BC, it's British Columbia. For those who are not familiar with the Canadian provinces, which could easily be a thing. Squeaky. I'm really gonna have to figure out where that other Allen key went. I'm gonna need that. Yeah, so I'm starting to remember putting this together more. As I take it apart, I'm starting to remember putting it together. Another reason for the wiring, it's like I'm coming up with excuses, and I sort of am. I do actually have some good ones. Being a little bit messy is because, again, not the second rewiring, but the first rewiring. What happened? What did I have to do? Oh, this plastic was all warped, and I had to pull out the bed, and I had to pull out everything, and I had to flatten that out using a heat gun and get all that back in the shape it's in. Bad shape. Hey, Duff. Just driving home now. Well, I guess you're gonna be busy right now, unless it rains. Okay, gotta pull all this off. Basically, we should only have the motors and the motor mounts left when we're done the bottom. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. I'm still trying to figure that out. I need to find a place that can either cut me a new one or somehow figure out how to cut my own. Whoops, missed. But the other stuff, you know, even the hinges and the pneumatic, the piston type things for the bed, all those are from Amazon. There's nothing special about them. They're easily found. I didn't have to order anything from AliExpress. Now I've got UPS problems. I don't know. I can't tell from the UPS's description what they delivered, but supposedly they delivered something, and they would like immediately want the $4.41 of taxes they paid for me, and they want it immediately, like within by last Monday, which is of course impossible because, you know. And then when you go to pay it, it's like you can't pay it anywhere. You have to literally write them a check. You can't go online and pay it. You know, I have an invoice number, I have all the information, but you won't let me pay it. You know, it's not like I'm not making the effort. It's that you want me to go and basically give some stranger my credit card and all the information you need to bill me on the phone in order for me to pay it. I'm like, you know, I feel so much more comfortable giving out credit card information to a computer. I can check the certificate on a web page. I can't check the certificate on a person on the other end of the phone. So I don't know. Oh, okay. That might be good. That might be really good. I was going to say, I don't know what's going to happen with the fans on this side. But I guess we're going to find out. So yeah, so I thought, well, hey, ding, I'm an idiot. I could just go to the UPS store, right? One would think the UPS store and UPS are one and the same. But that's just because they want you to make you feel stupid. And you know, they use the same logo. But no, the UPS store and UPS are different. We're not the same business. We're a different business. Like, But yeah, so yeah, basically, they want me to go and give a stranger my credit card. I have an account, and this has never happened to me before because normally they just I get an email from UPS saying, oh, we billed you this much to your UPS account. Go pay it. And I'm like, okay, and I go pay it. They're still criminals for, you know, charging $10 to charge me tax, but at least that's easy to pay, the criminals. I'm on a rant. I'm not really on a rant. Okay, so where do these go? They go nowhere. You go nowhere. You go nowhere. You go nowhere. If I take these things off this side, I can flip this on that. Well, either way, it's going to be a problem. It's a long disassembly. Just wait till the reassembly. Though I'm really looking forward to the result of this. I guess you never can't tell it's upside down. Oh, there we go. Are they all like that? Yay! I'm gonna scratch the crap out of all the plastic. Yay! That's my inside voice. Whoops, that was bad timing. I mean, not bad timing, bad math. Don't think these are the same, are they? Okay, these are like this. Wow. Come on, get out of there. Fine, I'll take the other one out. That'll show you. Screw you. There we go. See? Told you it'd show you. Still didn't help. They're still stuck together. But, you know. There we go. Wow. Almost have to break them to take them off. Ow. Ow. Okay, fine. I don't like you anymore. Sorry, when I went to clip the one side open, it clipped my fingers, so I moved my fingers. When I went to clip the other side, it clipped them anyway. Oh, come on. What are we doing here? There we go. And now we're down to the rails. There's a lot of stuff here. Started thinking about what am I going to do with all the stuff as I take it off? I'm going to need boxes. So I ordered a bunch of stuff from Amazon. I ordered the print bed. like the PEI sheet and the textured PEI, and of course, you know Amazon. There's the box it came in. Yay! But don't worry, it was now made with less material. So we can send you little tiny things in it. And we feel better about it. We feel fine about sending this to me. Okay, I'm gonna shut up now. But yeah, that's what happened. That's what it came in. So I figure I'll have lots of boxes by the time, you know, the motherboard for the, I got an SKR2, not many, full SKR2 going into the Legacy. That's on the way. The blade, the 10-inch blade for my miter saw for cutting non-ferrous metals, because I'm an idiot and ordered the wrong one the first time. That's on the way. Well, you know, don't put it on the same page if you don't want me to order the wrong one. One of them's for a circular saw, one of them's for, you know, what do you want me to do? Know things? I'm not gonna know things. People aren't gonna know things. How can I be blamed for this? So yeah, I'm hoping to get I'm hoping I get it right this time. What am I doing? That's not what I need. That's too big. You're too big. Go away. Okay, so there's spacers behind here too, eh? So yeah, I'm definitely gonna need some more boxes for this stuff. As we know, the 2.4 isn't a one-day build. I was Home Depot. What's in here? What's in here? Oh, thought I found a box that I could just put all of this in. I didn't. I did not. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, let's untangle the cable from the camera. Put this to the side for a moment. And we will I can't wait till the aluminum plate's off the bottom of this thing. It's aluminum, how can it be so damn heavy? I guess if it was iron, it'd be a lot heavier. It'd be like lifting an anvil. Oh. Okay, maybe we'll get a lot of this black stuff off. That would be good because I gotta get it all off. Bye-bye. Yeah, I'm guessing I could probably even buy a piece sheet of ABS at Home Depot. So I want to build something other than a 3D printer soon. I'm leaning towards some type of cutting device. I was gonna go with a MP CNC. But I'm not touching that thing with a 10-foot pole because of the licensing agreement. I'm not really into that. If I make changes, I'd like to be able to share it with people. So yeah, I'm not going to touch that one. So I'm looking for either a different CNC that I can build at home. But I am actually leaning towards, it might sound crazy, but I am leaning towards a laser. Now, of course, what I've been told is I can't cut acrylic with a normal diode laser. So it won't be a normal diode laser. What I'm looking at is, really, that's even smaller. Wow. What I'm looking at is a CO2 laser. It's kind of cool. I mean, it's kind of hot too, but the idea is cool in the fact that it there we go. In that the laser would be in the back of the unit, and it was basically be mirrors that direct the laser to the print head that moves around. I really like that idea. Freaking lasers, or freaking lasers. Yeah, okay, don't need to break a finger. Okay. And we now have our J45 connector. Ah, mission accomplished. Okay, so above this, there's a big other mess. So we should probably deal with that. Now I gotta remember that some of these wires are gonna stay, some of these wires are gonna go. You know, it's not like the wiring harness to the head's gonna stay, that's all gonna be replaced. Most of this inter part wiring from inside the printer, I will be redoing all that. So basically I want to get out of here anything that's not attached to something. Because when I flip this down, I don't want it crushing anything I don't want crushed. Now you'll notice there's no RS-25 in there, not the rocket engine. The 5-volt power supply. I just piggybacked off the Octopus. I constantly got voltage errors, but I never ever had a problem with it. You know, if that means anything. So I don't know what I'm going to do this time around. I actually think there's a better way to jump off the jumper off the Octopus. I'm going to look into that. There's basically something you can do to connect, to get two different 5-volt current sources and combine them. My guess is there's going to be a whole bunch of these falling off. Those are hammer nuts. There it is. So I can't think of what else I want to do with this. You know, panels that are easily removable panels, lift off doors, inverted electronics, and a lift mechanism on the bed. What else would be handy in a 2.4? I really have put some thought into it, and I just can't think of, like, I've seen other mods, but I'm like, yeah, it's nice and all, but I don't see what it would be doing for me and my printer. Would it make my life easier when printing? Would it, you know, make the printer print better? Like that type of thing. You know, obviously everything I put on it is functional. You know, the lights, yeah, yes, they make a great aesthetic as well, but I still want to add more functionality if it's useful. And of course, keep the aesthetic nice. Like I know the bed underneath and all the electronics being underneath. That's functional and aesthetic. The hinges, not the hinges. They're not hinges. What are they? They're filament clips. These things being printed in multiple colors. Ooh, that's coming out rough. You know, that's all functional, but it all adds to the aesthetic. Hey, Happy! How are you doing this evening? I know this might be a late stream for some people. Yeah, so I may be able to just like peel all of this off. But I may not. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This time I'm going to print much better versions of the hinge magnet hold, not the hinge, the latch magnet holders. Much nicer. These are like squished to the bed so bad for some reason. I know they're printed on an Ender 3. Oh, you almost got away. I know they were printed on an Ender 3, but that's no well, it is a bit of an excuse, yeah. But that's the other thing. You know, a lot of this stuff looks bad when you get up close to it. It just looks awful. Hinge is gone. I need a better electric screwdriver. Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's good from far, but far from good. It definitely has some quality issues. You know, there are things that have been reprinted since then. Like you can definitely compare the what are they, the combination Z and XY idlers, or the XY tensioners. They're much better than the entire rest of the printer, and you can definitely see it. But you know, all of it, I've learned so many things along the way. I'm glad I printed this all on an Ender. It just took me 2 months to print. The new version took me probably less than a week. Sorry. I guess I don't need this on here. We were this close to taking that bed off, I guess. So the last hinge. The other hinges, I put only, what would I put, 8 on a side here. On the Trident, I put 4. Sorry. 8 on a side here. I put 12 on a side on the Trident. I'm gonna put 12 on a side on this too. It looks just so much chunkier and nicer with that, and it's gonna, with the big hinges on it, it's gonna look awesome. E-Sun on an Ender. Yeah, as soon as you got it tuned. Yeah, it's an endless circle, it is. The circle of Voron. I mean life, I don't know. So, I guess it is time to remove the bed. Am I making a mistake here? Yeah, I think I'm making a mistake. I shouldn't remove the bed from here. Don't know if there's anything to see. The answer's no. I should remove the bed from here. Twice on the same screw. Oh shit. Okay. Okay, other side. Oh, those are tight. So there'll be no, oh, there will be, never mind. I was gonna say there'll be no plastic attached to this piece when I take it off. Huh, there were washers underneath those. Is there washers underneath here? There were. Did I put those washers there? I don't know. So the bed is now fully insulated, or has been for months, and it hasn't really melted the thing under the acrylic underneath much more. It has a little. Oh yeah, don't lose that, stupid. Yeah. So that's had a lot of stuff printed on it. I've got tape on the bottom because, of course, I believe this was conductive. And if I didn't have tape, of course, it would short out the switch. So that's going to have to be pulled off anyway. So there's definitely one thing I've learned from these printers, and you know, it's kind of like a oh well, too late now type thing, where I really wish I bought a 300 to start. I wish I had a 300 by 300 bed on my 2.4, and then I would have a 300 by 300 bed on my Trident. But I was greedy. And when I saw, hey, bigger, I like bigger for me. I got bigger. So I got the bigger one, and what I ended up with was this huge printer. with this huge print surface, which can be great at times and an absolute drain at others. I'm wondering if I should redo the magnet too. But yeah. It's a working machine. And now with these that need to be connected to the fuse, I don't do that the same way anymore. I use my, I have a, what do I have? I have these steel tubes, metal tubes that you put wires in both ends and crimp them. I have those. Okay, let's pull this out. These might break. But I'm okay with it. Because otherwise they're going to be really hard to get out from underneath the from the underneath. But yeah, this is going to be a big change. Once it's done, it'll be like, you know, it'll be like the yellow and black, the yellow and blue one for a while, where you walk into the room and you're like, oh yeah. Where this thing is just like a piece of furniture now. It's been here for for so long. I say I've only had this printer for 9 months. I haven't even had this printer for a year. So I guess it hasn't been here for that long, but it's definitely a fixture. There we go, that's that out. So all the plastic didn't survive, but most of it did. Got some spacers in here. These are not standard. They're just something I came up with. They're actually from a monitor mount, a VESA monitor mount. Can I have me out of there? Oh, you got no weight now, eh? There we go. So it's kind of curvy, kind of bit warped. Heat kind of got to it a little bit. Kind of bends in funny ways. So I'm really looking at, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get a ABS sheet. I'll measure the thickness of that and I'll see if I can get an ABS sheet to put down there. Or Like I say, if I come up with some type of cutting technology which would allow me to cut that stuff myself, that would be ideal. This was, Happy is, was this a kit or a self-sourced? This was a kit. This is a Voron bot. It's a Voron bot kit. So I guess I can disconnect all this stuff. Let's see. I can just pop this all off in one piece. I should be able to, but not with that tool. So the other thing, I'm not going to upgrade this to stealth burner. I'm not going to change anything in that sense whatsoever. I'm out of camera, but I'll be back in a second. Yeah, so nothing in that sense is changing. I want to keep everything in this in a working oh, the budget CNC option. What, the MP? The mostly plastic CNC? Well, it would be self-sourced, but I'm not building that because of the licensing on it. I'm really leaning towards the laser rather than a CNC. I know, yeah, okay, I don't know. That might be a better way to put it. I'm missing something. Doom Cube. No. No, I'm just upgrading from all the printed parts from the Ender switch, the Ender 3. It wasn't a switch wire. It was just an Ender 3. Just a shitty old Ender 3. Sorry. Thicker wires for the pie power. I can't believe I'm missing so many. Hey, those were bigger. Yeah, I've found that makes no difference. If you cut open the wires on a pie power supply, they're much smaller than that. At least it didn't make a difference on my first build. I doubled them up. Wow, there's a lot of plastic bits. You know, what I found better was the solution they used in the V0. Wow. You know how much this is printed? Maybe I shouldn't have, maybe I shouldn't throw the motherboard on the floor. That thing has 1,500 hours behind it. You can tell from the melty part. Actually, that doesn't help you tell at all. There we go. It's almost in pieces. I'm amazed how loose some of these screws are. This hot end, of course, was Voron printed. I did have to reprint the hot end because I had a melt, or a print failure that melted around the head and destroyed everything. But yeah, if I could get a new silicone sock for that, it would be perfect. Yeah, I think I should probably put these screws in the top of the top. Or I'll be scrambling around looking for screws like this. I think they're 2.5s. Don't have a lot of 2.5 millimeter screws. Not at all. I don't think I'm going to change the fans either. I'm going to get a brush, clean them off. It's one of those things, if it's not broken, don't break it. I guess I should probably take it off from the other side. This is the one thing I don't like about, one of the things I don't like about Afterburner. All this has to come off from the back. And that really sucks in a switch wire. Really sucks, I tell you. I mean, like not a normal switch wire, but an enclosed switch wire. It's a nightmare. Wow. It's black. Well, it's brown. It's purplish brown. Just coat it. Like that is supposed to be gray. And that's what it does only when it's going through an extruder. Yeah, that's not, there's nothing attached to it. And that's got nothing else attached to it. Okay, so the BMG gear set needs some cleaning. Oh, yeah. Forgot about you. It's clicky. Okay, should I let this go? Release the belts. It's like, nope, I don't want to release the belts. And the belts are like, I don't want to be released. I do not remember how this works. Isn't there like a thing behind here? Oh, it's on the other side. Oh wow, that could have used a Titan. Oh, there's another one. That's what's going on. I'm an idiot. Well, that one's tight. Wow. It's so much less complicated now with a single MGN12. Makes me think. It's all yellowed from the whatevers. And the bad stuffs. Really? You're not going to give me that back? No, neither of them? What about the magnet? Can I have the magnet? I can have the magnet. Okay. That's done. These are no good. I was about to throw that in the garbage. Not in the garbage, but in the plastic pile. Okay, we better take this off first. This has become a little problematic, and I am going to replace the plug so that, and rewire the whole thing actually. Okay, so there's the Hall effect XY switch. Worked well. Once I figured out how to use it. I remember that being an unknown when I started, or when I built it. I couldn't get them to work. They just needed to be tuned in, and I had to put an extra magnet on the end there. No, I don't want to take that off. I have stripped it of its powers. This will have to come off. I don't know why it's on here really. Like the whole and the second rail. I don't think you even need a second MGN 9. $720. Not doing too bad here. We're down to just motion systems at this point. The gantry's gone. Oh, I still have the oh yeah, look on the floor first. I still have to remove the clicky. Now this clicky was an emergency install. This is my first introduction to clicky. Was via this, and oh, I can't get that off there right now. I'll just have to throw that in there. And what happened was I thought my probe had stopped working. It was also my first introduction to wires breaking inside the cable chain. So I thought my something had stopped working. But it turns out what was going on was the wire had broken, and the Z-probe was fine. But now I only had 2 wires. I either had to rewire the whole thing or find another solution. And my solution was just to put where brain, come on. Put clicky on, because clicky only needed 2 wires. And I'd heard of clicky before. I watched other people install clicky. So I thought, yeah, clicky it is. And 6 hours later, I had clicky installed and working. I never did that on a stream, but I've installed many clickies on a stream since then. I trust clicky more than a induction probe. Okay, you wait down there. No, don't wait down there. I'll stand on you later. And that would, be a detriment to me. So yeah, ever since then, any printer I've built has got clicky. And I also went back and put clicky on the switch wire. Not enter switch wire. LDO switch wire. Now, the nice thing about this printer is I had some of this stuff. So it was very easy to hide the wires when I wanted to hide the wires. And it matched the blue perfectly. Sorry. Okay, I'm gonna have to go. I cannot see. I hope they fix this, because that was a sore point, the way that was connected. Just took down the biggest Voron you've ever seen. Sitting staring at you. Wow, that's the wiring harness. Well, we're gonna put that aside for now, because I'm gonna have to, basically the entire thing's gonna be rewired from scratch. I will use, you know, the thermistor wires and stuff like that that were already in there and functioning, the stuff from the bed, but I'm gonna completely redo the entire harness. Wow, that's amazingly smooth together. Okay, next steps. I got a couple 6 screws to take out of here. Maybe I should take 2 off here first. I really wish my electric screwdriver would outlast, you know, the first 20 minutes of a build. But I don't know, I'll have it all charged up for assembly. So it'll be good for 20 minutes then too. We'll get 40 minutes out of it in this build. What more can you ask? Come on. I don't have 6 arms. Okay. That's a carriage sandwich. I think my favorite, we're just back to the switch wire and come on brain, you know the word, clicky. That was definitely my favorite clicky install. It's like, because of the servo and all that stuff, it's got some extra charm to it that the other ones just don't have. They're just like functional. Of course, that's the other thing. I was, you know, very customized. I was able to go in there and make it do what I want. Okay. That's not it. This is it. This is it. I'll take this apart after. Not after the stream, but after now. So many pieces. I'm actually gonna have to follow the instructions to put it back together. Okay, so now I've got this, which is dangerous in its current form. Before I lose these off the end, and those should be safe now. And that stays as is. I can't remember how this worked. Okay, it's a big one. Wow. Now it's just floating. It's floating. Okay. Sure. Today's Wednesday, right? Is today Wednesday? Yeah, today's Wednesday. So yeah, I won't be touching this again till probably Friday. So I changed these, not mid-print, but, you know, halfway through when R2 came out. Actually, no, I didn't. I found a mod to center the things, center the screws. I didn't use R2. So this will be my first R2. It is different. My pieces are unique on the left and right. The Voron team were able to make them so they're the same. Wow, it's going to be kind of weird going through that manual again after this long, where you think you know your printer so well, but when you go to build it, it's a whole new story. So, you know, I can't say that I don't know and understand the Voron printers at this point. That's why I think I'm going to do that 0G. Just because I have the frame already, you know, all the rest is well, I guess the new bed's a tried and style bed, which is kind of awesome in itself. But you know, that's the other thing, like, how many people would be really interested in that? How many people are here just because it's Voron? You know, there's the other thing. If I do something else, is anybody going to show up? So the other thought would be, would I be better off just, you know, say, hey, I'm going to convert the Ender 5 Pro into a something else, and we design the pieces, and we, you know, instead of just following what somebody else has done, we buy our parts, we, you know, get our motors in there, we design the mounts, and do the whole stack. I don't know, like, the things that, you know, I think most of the differences between a 0G and a Voron are aesthetic. They're, you know, literally the Voron, the G looks chunky, you know, there's no curved corners, and the Voron has a very nice aesthetic that appeals. There's a very appealing look to it. I don't want to just dump these in here. They're going to be hard to get out if I mix them with other stuff. So I'm just going to move a thing or two around here. Okay, that's going to come out. You know, though, all along, even doing this, I'm so looking forward to that legacy build. Just because it's so different. Bearings on 8mm rods, that's going to be awesome. I guess that might be an easier way to do it. Definitely an easier, whoops, what have I stood on? Oh. Got another one of the handles off. So far, I've stood on both of those. Quad gantry. Isn't it pretty? All on the floor. Okay, I'm gonna leave it right there. We're going to get the gantry blocks off, if that's what they call themselves. I have one of the things that showed up the other day, though I'm questioning whether or not I haven't, well, no, I think I have enough. I got a bunch of Gates 6 and 9mm belts, though I'm going to try to reuse the 9s. See, maybe that's what I do. Instead of building the Mercury, I change that into a belted C tri-mounted, you know, like with this type of style of, you know, though. You would want it here and here, like on a trident. I don't know. I'm gonna have to be really careful here too. I think what I'm going to do is slap some tape around those as well. I'm going to have to put this upside down to take the motor mounts off it anyway. Hey, DJ Natty. You missed it all. Well, you missed most of the disassembly. But it's coming along. It's almost disassembled. I'll obviously have to take this off to clean up all the sealing ring or whatever this stuff is, sealing foam. Figure out how I'm gonna get all that off of there. Got the Z idlers. Ugh. You know, I guess ideally, some of these things, it would have been best for me to just take apart while I was putting it together. You know what I mean? Or yeah, put together the new ones. Though I do want to. It's not like I could get parts mixed up, but everything is gray. Yeah, this is the 350. Soon to be the 350 with the inverted electronics, LED lighting, front panel switches. It's going to be quite the printer when it's done. As well as a hinged bed that I'm going to be able to lift the bed up and get to all the electronics without, you know, tearing the world asunder, which I think is what the way of getting to the electronics is now. Okay, one more screw in here and a bolt, and these are done. Not quite. So yeah, it's coming along. It's almost gone, basically. I am saving all the bolts. We'll reuse almost everything we can. Okay, so yeah, I got the hinges. Well, they haven't arrived yet. They'll be here on Tuesday. But they're a 2020 hinge, so they'll screw on to the 2020 going this way, and they'll screw down to the 2020 across here. And then the hinges will go from here, from like to the sides, and yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be good. Well, you know, the thing is, it is a 350, so it's already huge. What do I have to lose? I guess bed flatness is something I could lose, but I'm not worried. I'm not. So many pieces to pull apart. Tri-belted Z-build. Yeah. Does sound like fun. Okay, one more, right? What? A non-heated glass bed glued to printed... No, thank you. No, thanks. No, I do want to, you know, what I'm thinking here has linear rails and is like not a simple printer. It's a very robust printer, but using a lot of the things that I've learned from basically building Vorons. And if I could put that together myself, you know, do the CAD, stuff like that. Of course, I don't think, the problem I have is I don't think there's an audience. I think there's an audience now because it's Voron. Okay, yeah, that's everything there. Now there's only two things to undo. Whoa! Camera. Looks like my cameraman's drunk again. C920 has fallen. Not enclosed. No, not enclosed. Okay. That's a thing that went well. I think I'm going to leave the removal of the black foam to off stream, because I do believe that's going to involve a lot of swearing and screaming and yelling and crying. and whining like a little baby. Of course, you know, this is one of those hindsight things where, yeah, I put it there. I didn't know what I was doing. Yeah. We all read the same instructions. And that's why we all have foam on our frames. Maybe not all. It's actually going quite well. I don't know why I'm so much happier trying to rip something apart rather than building something. That's probably not true. Silicone spray, okay, cool. Yeah, it's just the standard double-sided foam tape. So in DJ Natty, the foam on the front door changes it. So basically what you're saying is it should be easy to get off. I know what you mean about the front door stuff though. So the plan, as I've mentioned before, is to continue this on Friday. So far, I don't know. I guess my plans can vary depending on what other streamers do, much more than other streamers' plans may vary right now. I'm such a small streamer that oh yeah, so yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. That I sort of work around everybody. So I think if nobody's streaming on Friday night, I'm trying to make Wednesday a normal thing. And then if nobody's streaming on Friday night, which I believe sometimes people do, I'll try to get a stream in then. And then one on the weekend. Generally what I find is Steve streams on Sunday. If I streamed on Sunday nights, I'd be able to watch Steve and then stream. Come on. That's not right. Okay, it doesn't want to come out. So yeah, it's you know, it's 8 p.m. is 2 a.m. Wow. Yeah. I guess I could be streaming during the day on Saturdays. which would be the evening in time zones west of GMT. Or of Greenwich. Yeah, it's 8 p.m. here right now, so yeah. Right now for Nero, it's 9 p.m. his time. Yeah, I was in that time zone just last week. I spent my vacation in the same time zone, Bert. Yeah. UTC would definitely work for everybody. But, you know, they keep on changing. With all this silly daylight savings time. They don't care that, you know, it kills people. We're saving daylight time. More heart attacks, more. Yeah, so they really got to get rid of this daylight savings silliness. Okay, we're already at the point where I'm taking feet off. It's just sort of hitting me right now, what I've done here. Never really stopped to think about it. And here we are. Down to the frame. There's nothing else to do to this other than clean the foam off. The other thing is, as Duff said, probably Home Depot is the best bet. He mentioned Home Depot earlier. I need to get new foam. So that's something I'm gonna have to figure out before I get the panels put back on. Well, maybe not. Really? Yes, yeah, 3 of the stock motor holders are already split. You're basically talking Like these things. Like these things. Yeah, mine held up pretty good. I could see how they could split though. Didn't somebody mention something about changing the layer lines? Changing the orientation to change the layer lines? Well, I don't know what to tell you. Mine came from an Ender 3 and they're... it's so random. You know what I mean? I can print the same thing with the same filament. Well, sure, if I print one after the other. I guess no. I end up with pretty good consistency. But it's consistency between good parts and great parts. It's not consistency between. It's not an inconsistency between shitty parts and good parts. That might be the best way I could describe my printing results. I get good parts or great parts. If I screw up, if they're screwed up, it's generally me. Like I did screw up the fan mounts for the 2.4 R2 build, and yeah, it was me, all me. But oh, the eSun. Oh, yeah. Actually, I heard that it was all good for a long time, and then suddenly people were like, "What's going on? This is not the same." And people, because that was one of the big suggestions was, "Oh yeah, use eSun, use eSun." But I used Polymaker right from day one because that's what I had at the right price for on Amazon. Polycarbonate now. Yeah, I've got some, was it PC nylon or PC carbon fiber? I don't know. Maybe it's nylon carbon fiber. Maybe it was not what I was setting it was at all. I do want to try printing with that though. I haven't, and I've ignored it. Oh, see, I had, like even this print I'm looking at here, I had layer issues. But I was like, God, these things took forever for me to print. I'm not reprinting these. Like if you look at this, oh shit, why don't you just throw that against the wall and destroy it completely? You don't need a motherboard or a controller board for your printer. If you look at these, they've got like horrible like gaps in the layers and everything. Of course, these are screwed differently, screwed down the other way, so it didn't really matter. But yeah, the new ones are not like this. If they were, I would have thrown them away. It's another thing that's changed in me. I'm much more likely to just say, oh, that's ugly, and reprint it than I was back in my pre-Voron days. Because ugly was the average. Of course, I got a Voron, started working on my bridging settings, and next thing you know, you're like, oh, okay. Yeah, actually, that's one thing I learned a lot doing, is trying to get bridging working. Like, I look at this, and I think, oh my God, that looks awful. the bridging on the up and down arrows on these things. Yeah, I think once I'm done, I'm not going to do the standard thing that everybody does. Once I'm done this and the legacy, everybody seems to move on to doing things like Salad Fork and what's the other one? Crucible, or is that the other one? All the mini versions and the mix-up versions of the Voron stuff. I think I just want to step away from it for a bit and try some other printers. But that's nowhere near now. That's a long ways off before I'm doing that. Right now I'm just going to continually drop this Allen key over and over and over again until I understand why I'm doing it. Come on. There we go. That's like not coming out. You better come out. How am I supposed to do anything about this? There you go. Hammer. It's percussive assistant time. I did look at a filament making machine earlier today. And you know, truly, the more I looked at it, the more I realized, okay, there's no way in the world I'm ever going to get $700 worth of filament through it. Like, I would have to disassemble 14 Vorons and recycle the plastic from them in order to, you know, make it worth it. So yeah, I think I might skip that. It was a nice idea originally. You could buy one. But I don't know how useful it would be. Especially in my hands. I did order a couple of stupid things from Amazon that I shouldn't have ordered. new frying pan. What did I get? Got the board. I'm putting a dragon in the Legacy. I've decided I'm not going to put a Revo in it. Oh yeah, one of these is into the plastic, or a few of them are. That's what I thought. Oh, that one's not into the plastic. That one's got a nut on the other side, other than the one spinning the Allen key. This one's into plastic. Rapido. Yeah, see, yeah, that's like a higher flow, isn't it? Just from the name, I'm guessing it is a higher flow. It could be wrong. It happens often. All the time. Uh-oh. Yeah, I've thought about high flow and wanted to try it out now and then, but you know, it passes. Oh. I should though. I got so many printers. And there's not a lot to differentiate them at all. I sort of been pushing towards this core of you know, all being the same. And it's a good idea if, you know, if you're running a business or something like that all your machines are the same. Like that network admin that gets to deal with only a certain model of computer and you know, it's got the easy life. So, you know, there is that, but I don't think that's what we're like people like me and most of people who watch are looking for. Come on. Oh yeah, I I like dragging hot ends. I cannot lie. They've been consistently good across the board for me. And the thing I like, you know, the price is like, what I don't like, I guess, is the price. It's $100 for a Dragon, and it's $120 for a Revo. And the Revo comes with a heater and a thermistor, and for the Dragon, I have to supply my own. So there is that. Like, it's not like they're equivalent even price-wise. The Dragon is a more expensive device to implement. But again, I've found consistency in both. My Revo has been good on the printer it's on. But when I think about what do I want to put on a printer I'm building, my mind immediately goes to Dragon because it's on my other printers. And if ever I needed to swap something around, it's an easy swap because the plugs are the same. It's all the same. And samesies are good when it comes to stuff like that. You know, it's 8:30 and I still have half a thing of Red Bull. This is going to be a long night. Maybe we'll start building it. Oh, see, I've always ended up buying the Voron. Well, that's 70 US. Like, I'm paying 100 Canadian. Those are all Canadian prices. So not like real money, but Canadian money. Yeah, so most of those prices sound like they're pretty well in line. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Whatever the case may be, I think I spend too much money on printers. Like, to actually, to the point where, like, you know, I'm like, should I order a Prusa XL? Type. Too much money on printers. That actually happened. My brain actually came up with that idea. It's pretty pricey with all the tool heads, but that'd be quite a printer. Yeah, the Fetus Dragon, the normal one and the Voron one, the only difference is one is red. That's the only difference. I'm gonna have to sort some screws, I think. I think what I'll do is I'll take all the screws out of that tray and put them in another one. Okay, so that's apart. I need a marker. We're not switching left and right. We're gonna make sure everything goes back exactly in the place it was. So this is right. Oh, this is upside down. And that's left. Yeah. No. I'm stupid. Glad to meet you. This is left. And this is right. Don't listen to the guy on the other side of the table. He's crazy. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Doesn't know his left from his right and his upside down from his butt. You know what we need? Good place for a hamburger. For some reason I want a hamburger. And it's all just fast food garbage. Maybe I should let's pull those out of there. I'll take these out first to release the motors. Yes. There we go. I know which is right and which is left, or which was right and which was left. I don't know if they'll remain that way, but I don't see any reason why they shouldn't. Why won't this come down the screw? Seriously. What is wrong? There we go. That's it. That's all that's left of my printer. We're down to the last 5 screws. Okay, beautiful. Okay, I need a bucket. I need a bucket. I need a bucket. Here's a bag. Wow. Tens, there's the sixes. All this is just all nuts and bolts. Wow. It was easy at first, but it then got heavy and heavier, and now it's almost impossible to get things into it. And now they're all on the floor. I have an idea. There we go, pick them up. What a novel idea. Just take this out of here. Okay, couple of screws left over here, magnet in there. And that's basically it. Oh. And I thought I was done. I see everybody's already, you know, there before me. Okay, let's get rid of these screwdrivers. Grab our frame, get it up here. Got all our other parts here, our electronics, our power supply, our other motor for the extruder, our 60mm fans, the SSR, couple of thermistors, we got some feet, and there we go. There is the 2.4 disassembled into its constituent parts. All ready to be rebuilt, which we will get to next time on the wild wonders of Voron. I mean, Adam's Wild Voron Park. I mean, the next stream. I put like 6 layers of tape underneath this. So all this stuff needs to come apart too, I guess. But I think the biggest thing here is I'm going to have to do some work in between the streams. I'm going to have to go through all those bolts and get them all sorted out. I might just end up putting them away in my normal inventory and then work from that when we build the printer. Work from my normal bolt inventory, and that should make everything okay. Oh. There's these fans too, in the hot end. So there's more stuff. But yeah, I'm really happy with the way this went. I did not expect any problems, and I didn't get any. So I'm happy with that. How can I complain? It's not the enraged 2.4 build. It's the normal, sane 2.4 build. And you know, I'm pulling at this tape right now, and I'm like, yeah, this is gonna work. I'm gonna be able to get all this tape off and maybe only have to deal with a little bit of stickiness. It's gonna be a pain in the butt, but it's gonna work. And the stickiness, I should be able to get off. Oh, look at that. That's awesome. Oh, that's not so awesome. Got to take it slow. Okay, whatever though. I'm gonna leave this here. You know, we're many hours in. I don't even know what time it is now, how long I've been doing this. It's 8:40, I started at 5. Okay, yeah. We're at 3 hours and 40 minutes in. This is beyond normal stream length. So let's leave this here. We'll pick it up later in the week, maybe Friday, maybe Saturday afternoon, maybe both. I know if I was to do some work on Friday, it would probably be leaning towards getting the Z motors put together with the new plastic and all that stuff. If I'm in between, I'll do some cleanup. You know, some of the fans have a little bit of dust on them. I'll get all this cleaned up. The acrylic does need some work. I'm gonna have to do something about the VHB tape, because I don't know how well that's gonna come off. Sorry, I'm just picking at this right now, hoping it'll come off. And it is, slowly but surely it is. So that's good, that's good. I'm happy. Hope everybody else is happy. We'll continue this later in the week, and hopefully by sometime by the end of September, maybe, we'll have a brand new 2.4 R2 with special features that elevate it above my other printers. Okay, I'm just being stupid now. So I will hopefully see you all in the next stream. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Thanks to Bert and Alex for supporting. And I will be back soon with more great, well, let's say great build content next time instead of great disassembly content. I'll see you then. Later.